So, new month, a new TBR list. Right, as it's coming up to March, I've had to organise myself and sort out what books I want to actually read this month. I figured the best thing to do would start off with my library books that I've currently got out and really need to get through before someone requests them and I have to take them back before I've read them, which is really annoying. So I've just started Air of Fire by Sarah J Maas. This is the third book in the Throne of Glass series. Yeah, things are progressing quite nicely. I quite like Selena now, although I kind of wish she'd pull herself out of the hole she's finding herself in. But I understand why she's in that hole, considering what happened in the last book. So yeah, enjoying that. I love the cover on this one. Along a similar theme, I've got The Assassin's Blade, also by Sarah J Maas. This is like a prequel to the Throne of Glass series, so I'm interested to see what Selena was like when she was in the height of her assassin years. And then there's The Court of Mist and Fury, also by Sarah J Maas. No, it's just coincidental I have 3 of her books out at the same time. This is the second book in her Fae series. I'm sure there's a new another name for that, but I'm not quite sure about it. Following on from the events of book 1, which I'm not going to tell you about because that's just spoiler and not fair. I'm quite looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a lot more fun, a lot more risque, a lot more fairy based, which is kind of cool. So the next book is the one that my husband and I will be reading together every night, and it's Alex Rider, Snakehead. This is by Anthony Horowitz, and it's book 7 in the series. We'll be reading a chapter of this a night, so we will finish this before the end of the month, hopefully if we're not ill, and that costs us a couple of nights. Hubby has suggested I put The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North back on my TBR list. This might become a running gag this year. We'll have to wait and see. I'm also up for reading Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. This is the follow-up to Passenger, which I read last month. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen in this one, but you know, this one's called Wayfarer, so I'm presuming we're going to have more of Nicholas's story, whereas the last one was called Passenger, and that was more of Etta's story. So we'll have to wait and see. Little spoiler if you're waiting for your Fairy Loot February box, because the next book I'm going to show you is the book in that box. So if you don't want to know what the book is yet, please turn the sound off and look away for a little bit or something. I'm going to read An Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Belizia. Sorry if that's pronounced wrong. It's a sci-fi Game of Thrones Arya Stark survival type stories, how it's billed anyway. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I haven't read some proper YA sci-fi since I finished Winter last year. So it's a nice hardback book as well. I've also got a copy of Cateval. This is my copy from Tesco. So I have an exclusive inside on mine. So this is one that's not one of the 4 that came out. This is a special one exclusive to Tesco. So not that I'm bragging or anything, but I rather like the top hat. I know people like this book. I know it's quite popular. I also know there's probably a couple of issues that people have had with it. So I'm looking forward to reading it and actually making up my own mind. And yeah, this should be quite good. I'm also contemplating reading Frostblood by Ellie Blake. This was a book recommended to me by Benjamin of Tomes. I really like the cover on this more than anything else, but it seems to be another oppressed society in a fantasy world where 2 people from the opposing sides have to team up to make things better, and that was kind of cool. And finally, what I'd really like to do is start reading some of the books that hubby's been picking up for me based on the Disney fairy tales. So I've got As Old as Time. This is by Liz Braswell. So it says, What if Belle's mother cursed the beast, which is an interesting thought. There's Once Upon a Dream. This is also by Liz Braswell. This is What if Sleeping Beauty never woke up? I've also got A Whole New World. What if Aladdin had never found the lamp? Also by Liz Braswell. And then, if I can get them out of the box, I've got a little box set here, which is a collection of 2 books. This is Fairest of All, which is a story about the Wicked Queen, and The Beast Within, which looks at the prince from Beauty and the Beast, so before he became the Beast. So there we are. They are by Serena Valentino. So hopefully if I get some time I'll be reading through some of those books, plus anything else I decide to get out of the library, and plus anything else that I actually finished fancy reading. We'll have to wait and see. So, not that I'm aiming too high or anything, but considering how many books I got through last month, I want to give myself a challenge and say, hey, I'm going to get through these in a month. You watch me fail miserably at this, but never mind. Please let me know what your TBRs are for the coming month. I'd be really interested to know what you guys are reading. Thank you very much for watching. Bye everyone.